For nearly a year, I have been covering what many say is a condo crisis in our state. Fran Sullivan and her neighbor Cindy Erickson emailed me last fall wanting someone to listen to how crippling HOA fees and surprise sky-high assessments are pricing people living in condos out of paradise.
So I seen my condo, $450 doubled in 2 years to $900, and I've seen thousands of dollars in assessments. That's what it's cost us. That's when we were reaching out and said, hey, what's going on? And you offered to come in and talk to us.
Well, relief is finally coming. State lawmakers passing a revised bill on condo reform. So I'm going back to St. Pete to listen to Fran, who got even more neighbors for reaction tonight.
Are they more than like your mortgages at this point?
Yes.
Your HOA fees are higher than what you're paying for your mortgage.
Almost double.
It isn't just the HOA fees that are doubling here at Five Towns condos in St. Pete. What's also doubling is the number of residents who want us to listen to them since the last time I met with Fran Sullivan and her neighbor Cindy here.
Yeah, I came in at $425 and 22, and now they're like, what, $897 or something?
There's now Tyler, Ann, Robin, Cynthia, and Fran.
With everything doubled, you know, I've actually looked at moving back to where my children are in Ohio.
All here to share how post-Surfside regulations have nearly priced them out of paradise.
They went up to $900 or so, and then we were forced to pay a bunch for a new roof.
And the assessments for the new roof, they were how much?
$9,000 to $10,000.
That's not including the balcony assessments that could be coming.
Which could be coming, yes.
How has that been for you?
It's a shock, you know. Everybody's on a budget. Prices are going up.
These are stories we have told you over and over, and stories Senator Jen Bradley also heard last summer.
The only way you can get this legislation right is to do a lot of listening.
She was behind the original bill after Surfside and now in charge of refining it. The state, they're not rolling back any safety requirements here. All condos 30 years or older and 3 stories or higher still must have inspections.
Milestones are still required.
But the bill now allows for flexibility to finance those repairs. It delays deadlines to begin funding reserves by 1 year and offers condo associations to use lines of credit or loans instead of cash to fund future repairs.
Before the bill, all of the reserves would have had to be in cash. And that offers the flexibility for owners to be able to pace the funding better and plan.
Do you guys agree with that, or?
Well, too little, too late. Yeah, there you go. It is too little, too late. And I was hoping they would have done that before the end of last year because we were forced into a position because of the timeline that we had to already take care of all that. Now, I'm not sure other condos, if that's going to be helpful to them, that's great. It's not to us.
Because you've already funded everything.
We've fully funded, which is why my HOA fees are double the price.
But one thing these owners feel hasn't been addressed at all, the cost of insurance.
It would have been nice if they addressed that more than they addressed loaning people money.
Why hasn't there been a dialogue about insurance for condos?
Ultimately, I think that when you have when these repairs are made, these updates are made, that will drive the premiums down because insurers will be, there will be greater comfort on the level of insurers that they're insuring a safe building. But the condo insurance market is not healthy and definitely needs reform.
Did you try to bring that up in dialogue? I mean, is that something you guys talked about?
This bill we were trying not to get so far afield so that we could get that financial relief and really address the Surfside regulations. But I expect next session that dialogue is going to continue.
So the dialogue on insurance continues. Now, Senator Bradley did say that the Surfside reforms, though, are working, saying the discovery of that cracked column inside the parking garage of the South Beach 3 condos in Clearwater earlier this month actually came from repairs as a result of those milestone inspections. You may remember that all of those residents were evacuated out of precaution on that one. And as always, the story did come to us from you, our viewers, talking about condo concerns. And I want to listen to what you are dealing with. We're talking from home insurance to flood insurance and condos. I want to hear it all. Scan this QR code to reach out to me directly. You can also find insurance resources on this page on our website, abcactionnews.com/insurance. And especially with hurricane season now just over a week out, now is the time to make sure you get a check of your insurance.